What's the deal, y'all? Evan Mac coming to you live. This is so funny to do. Like, I haven't done this in like a good month. What's the deal, y'all? Evan Mac coming to you live with another vlog. Today we will be discussing my time at Penn State, or at least part of it. Okay, so where we left off at was, I'm just gonna redo this. What's the deal, y'all? Evan Mac coming to you live with another. No, I already did it. So again, we're in the Corona Chronicles, and last video I left off discussing my friend that had passed away, right? Alright, so boom. Long story short, I shoved a bag of jelly.
To make a long story short.
Long story short, I graduated. Before I graduated, I remember I was in this class called leadership, right? All right, to make another long story short, I was in a class. And so me and my friends and I are in the hallway working on something, and all of a sudden, Miss Ma'am comes running down the hallway. Evan, you got into Penn State. You got a full ride. Like, just like really like blowing my cover. Like, whoa, thank you, but whoa. That really doesn't have anything I don't know. I just like get like nervous when people like, and she didn't even like run up on me. But I don't know. Something about it just freaked me out. So there was a whole, you know what I'm saying? There was a whole. I got a whole lot of money. Okay. So I got into Penn State. It was a scholarship that sought out students to increase diversity within the different colleges. And I got in through the College of Agriculture at Penn State. And so there was, whoa. This is funny how like I can remember vividly like the parties, but like the build up and the actual academics of my time at Penn State, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So what happened? So pretty much I got the scholarship. The scholarship was, we want to increase diversity at Penn State, so we're going to give these Black and brown students full rides so that they can come here. And so for the scholarship, one thing that they recommended and like highly suggested, strongly suggested, was this summer program, this summer bridge program. And it was a vibe. So what happened was, what did happen? So I remember I had brought like some spices with me. Or I don't want to say spices. We'll say some rosemary. Some rosemary? What is that? Some herbs? I hate when people say herb. Like, yeah, bro, you got some herb. So I had some, because I have to figure out a name for it so that, okay. Thank you, Rick James. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Yeah. Oh. Be quiet because I think my stepmom is working. I know my music. It was Rick James. I'm Rick James. And so I had brought my friend Mary with me, right? Mary was well known. Like, a lot of people have a friend named Mary. So I had my own friend, and they were like, okay, so one of the rules was, there were a lot of rules. And so one of the rules were no drinking, no smoking, no drugs. This week you can't go off campus at all. After this week you'll be able to go on. There were a lot of rules. The only one that actually matters is that there was no like drugs, alcohol, none of that. If you got caught with that, you were sent home immediately. you're talking to a bunch of newly graduated high school students. Like, the counselors even were like, we are going to enforce the rules because this is our job. We're getting paid for this and we would like to secure the bag. But like, they didn't really care. So me and Mary, we were on campus, but we were in this little like spot, right? Prior to this, my roommate and I, because we have roommates, we were sleeping in the dorms. This is a bridge program, so they're trying to get us integrated to college life. At least the academic side of college life. I was talking to my roommate. We both found out that we had friends named Murray. And of course, I went to go hang out with Mary on campus because I wasn't gonna go off campus. But like at the same time, me and Mary had a really good relationship at the time, you know? So after I come back, because I came back, they gave us like a block of free time, and then we had to come back for like a meeting. And the meeting is actually where we got the rules laid down at. So I came back to that meeting and woo. Don't really remember much of it. I remember seeing my roommate standing with these two other dudes. So my roommate comes up to me and he's like, yo, these two dudes also have a friend named Mary, right? And so then that was like my first little like click on campus. So we went to this one little spot that actually became like one of the first spots. And it was all of us and Mary, and that was a
good jolly old time.
And I guess this is where we get to the point of like my time ending in that. Wow, why does everything have to be so dark? Everything in my story just has to be dark. This was a light and fun-hearted story that really didn't go anywhere. And now that I'm getting to the end of it, it's like, wait, let me go put on a shirt from my mom and aunt. Get in the comments like,
why you don't got a shirt on?
Okay, so, I know I sat down to film this to say that this is the end of part 1 to my first experience of my introduction to college party life, to the college party scene. To college life. Regardless, this is the end of the first part. I filmed a lot, and what am I trying to say right now? What is it that I want to say? This is the end to the first part of the introduction to my college experience. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like what I do here, make sure you See, because I wasn't even ready for that part yet. If you made it this far, you get a gold star. Make sure you tune in next week to see part 2 of my introduction to college life experience. And also, while you're here, make sure you click that, make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. If you like what I do here, make sure you click that big old red subscribe button and that notification bell so that you're updated every time I upload a new video. And as always, that was too much. I'll see you in the next one, baby.